Hey guys, I'm going to go over a few things on this video. We're going to explain the e-collar, what I'm currently doing with it. We're going to do sit with the e-collar, and then we're going to go over how we start walking. So I'm going to explain the e-collar first, then I'll explain everything else, then I'll show it to you. That way when you do the go home lesson, it's not so overwhelming. So I'm going to send you a different video explaining the e-collar in more depth. For today's purposes, I'm going to just explain how I'm using it with what we're doing. So the e-collar is a TENS unit, which means it tenses the muscle on his neck. So what I'm doing right now is the thing goes from 1 to 100. I've put it on him. We started at 1. We went up in small increments to see what's the lowest level that he can feel. Gunner's very sensitive to the e-collar, so he actually works on a 4, which is going to give you tons of wiggle room later on for when he's in more intense situations. But for right now, we only want to use it on the lowest level that he can feel. We're wanting it to be for clear communication. We're not using it for any kind of corrections right now. So every time I say a command, or if you see me doing anything with this leash, because he already knows leash pressure, I'm going to be hitting the e-collar button at the same time. Once he follows through with the command, I'm going to let it go. What that's doing is teaching him that when he feels this sensation, following through with the command is how you turn it off. Down the road, we'll only have to use this for if he's not listening, but right now we're using it for every command just to teach him what it is. The next thing is, I don't teach dogs to stay. It's supposed to be automatic. So if he's in a sit, down, place, whatever the command, he's not supposed to move until I say so. So again, we're still kind of new in training right now. So I have the leash for leash pressure, the e-collar for e-collar pressure. If you hear me say no or say the command or see me use this leash, know that I'm using the e-collar as well. Once he follows through, I let it go. So, nope, sit. So I'm walking. He is not supposed to be moving yet because I haven't told him to do anything outside of this sit. When I'm first training dogs on this, I have my hand right here so I can move away from him, but if he were to break command, I can easily slide back and use the leash pressure to put him back in the sit. When you do want him to follow you, you're gonna say, let's go, and start walking. So right there, I was a little slow on saying let's go, but the second I moved and the leash caught him, he got up and followed me. So you never wanna wait for the dog. You always wanna go ahead and start walking. You have the leash, you have the e-collar, they will follow you. The next thing is I teach the dogs to sit when I stop walking. So when I stop, he should go ahead and sit. We're still practicing this, so I went ahead, I pulled up on the leash for sit and hit the e-collar button. As soon as he sat down, I let it go. So it's gonna look like, let's go. So e-collar and leash, and release. So now I'm gonna walk around him. I didn't say anything, so he's gonna stay in the sit. Now, obviously, when he comes home, he'll be more rehearsed in how to do these things. But I wanted to go ahead and show you guys where we're at right now and what I'm doing so you can kind of get an idea of how to use these tools. Obviously, as we progress with training, I'll explain to you where he's at in each stage. But he's picking everything up very quickly. He's consistently taking treats from me now. Good boy, which is making training go a lot faster. Not a super active dog. We walk about a mile a day, and by the end of the walk, he's pretty good and tired. We run through some commands, and he's nice and relaxed the rest of the day. So, really excited about when he comes home. He's doing awesome so far.